YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one. Hey, we woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it. Hey, man, we're talking today about how to get your life in order from step one. You know, you could find yourself as a man living with your mom's house, or you working a job that's dead end, and you really don't have you really don't understand or have any vision right now, seeing yourself going from where you are now to the level that you want to be. You picture yourself as being a successful young man in this world, having the dream of having a house, having everything that you can that you can provide for, having a family, etc., etc. And you know right now that you in that situation or your current state is not what's going to get you there. So I'm going to tell you exactly what you have to do to get to that next goal in life. So the first thing is that you have to list out your priorities. You have to figure out what it is that you want in life. Prioritize what you want. All right, so say for example, you really want to be a specialty in this, or let's just use a trade for example. Whatever you do, you always have to just say, hey, I want to do this and this is where I'm at, and you just got to fill in the blank space as far as and seeing how to get there. And it's pretty simple. That's not the hard part. Just mapping out exactly what you want to do and how to get there. For example, let's just use an example for a case of, say you're just right out of high school, you know what I'm saying, you're living at your mom's house, you don't know how you're going to get your own crib, get your own whip, all that stuff so you can get there. How are you going to get the money? So one is, the first tip that I would tell you is that obviously we have to save money and prioritize our saving and prioritize that over everything else that we have in our life. You have to put the things that aren't really a priority that you are currently placing as a priority right now to the latter priorities, lower on the list. You may not know it, but you may prioritize playing that game. You may prioritize copping those shoes every time they drop. You may be prioritizing when you gonna smoke weed or when you gonna chill with the homies. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to prioritize those lower, or you may actually have to sacrifice some time away from doing those ordinary things that you're doing currently right now, because you may not know it, but you are prioritizing something today. It may not be the right thing, or if you say, oh, I don't have no priorities, what do you spend most of your day doing? That's your priority. That's what you prioritize doing. And if you know for a fact that that can't be the priority for you to get to the next step, then bro, you're gonna have to fill that up with your next priority. So say for example, you need to save money so you can get that whip, bro, or do whatever. You gotta be willing to do what you don't want to do. A lot of people say, hey, you got to get you a job. Well, I'm not finna work at this job making this amount of money, or I'm not finna be stocking shelves, or I'm not finna be cooking nobody's food, or I ain't finna be waiting no tables or busting down no tables or nothing like that. Bro, bump all that, man. See, if you was really about it and if you was really serious about getting your life in order, you'd be willing to do whatever it takes to do to get that point. Everybody has to start from somewhere, bro. Don't nobody start at step C when they ain't even got through step A, bro. You may look at other men and you may look at other people noticing that they got this or they got that, bro, but you only seeing them on the back end. You didn't see the blood, sweat, and tears that got them to that spot. And that's something that you don't realize, is that you ain't sacrificed nothing. You ain't put no blood, sweat, or tears into nothing, bro. You know what I mean? I hate hearing like, oh, bro, I need a job, or I need to do this, or all right, bro, well, like, you need to go be a dishwasher or do whatever. You see, if I was to tell somebody who was really about it, they would understand off rip that would only be a temporary situation. They would understand that there will be an end date to that, because the goal is not to do that forever. Obviously, I told you the goal was to get to where you got the house, the whip, the family, everything that you set your life. Obviously, if you don't see yourself being there, you're not going to be doing that for a long time. But you got to be willing to do what it takes to get there, even if it's not what you want to do. Like I told y'all in my previous videos, man, about discipline. just you don't feel like doing this or you don't want to do it, but shoot, it don't matter. God only gives peace and prosperity to the ones that are disciplined to do those daily habits that are required. Not if they feel like it, not when they in the mood, but every single day. If you be disciplined every single day doing that stuff that you don't want to do, bro, you will then get peace and prosperity. But it doesn't come in front of the hard work and the daily disciplines, bro. You sadly mistaken if you think that's exactly what's gonna happen. So you need to find out what your priorities are and fill in that space, bro. Facts. You don't need to be focusing on things that are not putting you in a better situation. Sacrifice, bro. If you really want it, or if you really want to get good at it, you are gonna put time towards it. I see online all the time dudes sitting there in front of the game trying to get their 2K player to a 99 overall, doing all this amount of time, spending hours and days, bro. But whenever it's time for you to get a bag, or if it's time for you to get that new whip, or it's time for you to move out and save up on your own, you don't want to prioritize that, bro. Like I said, you prioritize everybody that wakes up and that's given an opportunity, the same 24 each and every single day. There's people that use it and they invest it and they get the most bang for their buck out of it. And there's some people that just let it go by. Waste it. Wasting time. Excuse me. So that's the next step, is you got to be willing to be doing stuff. You got to be willing to do what you're not willing to do, if that makes sense. Willing to do what you don't want to do. That's the only way you can go from step A to step B. And then the next thing is consistency, bro. Consistency and understanding that this is how we live now. Understanding that your life will be difficult for the next 6 months. Understanding that life is gonna suck for the next year. Life is gonna suck for the next 5 years. Then life will not be fun for the next 3 years. You don't just automatically get happy. You have to earn your happiness in this world as a man, for sure. There's nothing where you can feel happy without working for it, bro. You see a lot of women today telling you whatever makes you happy, or do it this, what makes you happy. Like, bro, that you gotta work for that, dog. Your mental health, it may suck for the next year. You may feel depressed, bro. This is a part of the grind. It's a part of the process. But I'm telling you, if you get through it, dog, the product that you will become, bro, the product of the version of yourself going through hell, and you get through that, you know exactly what type of man you're gonna be after that. You think you're gonna be weaker, or you think you're gonna be stronger? If you do what is easy in life, life will be hard. If you do what is hard in life, life will be easy. You need to be willing to sacrifice some time to where you can get to that version of yourself that you envision yourself of being. If you don't mind staying where you at for the next 40 years, 50 years, or however long in your life, however many days you got living on your earth, don't do nothing. Continue doing what you do every single day, wasting time. Keep doing it. Whatever those dreams that you have in your head, that's all they will be. They will never be reality. The closest thing you will get to it is through the virtual world. You will live that reality through a virtual game or virtual reality. Something you can't do on your own. Somebody calling me real quick, y'all, but man, I'm finna wrap the video up here in a second though, but man, focus on what you deem to be important. If you find comfort being more important than doing hard work and getting the comfort on the back end, continue doing what you're doing, bro. Point blank, period. It requires sacrifice. You're not gonna be happy off rip. Well, anyways, that's all I got for y'all boys, man. Like and share. I'm gonna holler at y'all.